In 2004, I met a gangster and I fell in love. Young and dumb, I followed him to the end of the earth. I will follow him. Yeah, I follow him, alright. Follow him straight to jail. 10 years. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Damn, 10 years, 2 months, 10 days. But who's counting? In the midst of the storm, my friend Mo was always by my side. She's the one that told me,
don't drop the soap.
Hi, I'm Brandy. Hi, I'm Monique. And you're watching Don't Drop the Soap. So before we get into our topic, Confessions of a Prison Bae, I just want to ask you, why now did you decide to speak out about your experiences in prison?
well, I decided now to speak out because I've been home for a little over 2 years. And I know the difficulties of trying to reestablish yourself in a society that says that you're not worthy. And it doesn't matter. I mean, like, if I didn't have the support that I had, it would be a lot difficult for me. But I can only imagine what people are going through that don't have my support or don't have the support that I had. So I just wanted to share my story because I know that I'm not the only one that is going through this. And I want women that have been through it to be comfortable about speaking out. It's okay. You know, we all make mistakes. And it's how you come back. It's not what you go through, it's what you grow through. So that's why I decided now to speak out.
Awesome. With that being said, I have some juicy questions for the topic today, Confessions of a Prison Bae. So, my first question is this. How likely is it that a woman who has never experienced a relationship with another woman, how likely is it that she could go to prison and end up in a prison bae relationship?
It's very likely. I have seen countless women that were not gay fall into the what they call gay for the stay.
Really?
Yeah, they call it gay for the stay, which is basically, it's self-explanatory. You know, women come in and they are lonely, they need companionship, they need something to do, and prison relationships are very consuming. You know, like, you guys are all you have, so it's natural for the human to want, you know, companionship.
So, do some of these women have spouses, or do they have boyfriends, or?
Yeah, like in some situations there'll be women that have husbands or boyfriends or whatever, and their boyfriends know. And then there's some where their boyfriends don't know. Like, they're living a double life right there on the compound. You know, so they, Monday through Friday, they are on the compound and they're gay. Mm-hmm. But come the weekend, when their spouse visits or when they're on the phone with their spouse, it's like, shh, like, you know, like, nobody is to be, like, to reference their girlfriend around them. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it happens. It happens, like, you fall into that.
So how do you know that somebody likes you? Like, okay, so if I'm not necessarily a lesbian, mm-hmm. and somebody was interested in me, how would they let me know that they're interested in me?
I guess pretty much either their friend would tell you, or they'll get you know, come around you and get to know you as a friend, mm-hmm. or just someone that's being nice. I mean, they'll try to, you know, fill you out and see if you are about their life, you know, or if they can get you to be about their life.
So there's definitely a chase.
Oh yeah, there's a chase, and a lot of times too, like, girls you live in a dormitory, but during the daytime you have a work assignment, you go to work, or you go to school, and then at night after dinner, what they call chow. Um, After dinner or chow.
No pun intended.
Right. You are locked in this dormitory. So all day, all night, you're locked in the dormitory for the better part of about 8 hours. You know, that's the better part of the day.
What time is that?
Okay. A typical day? You want a typical day?
Yeah.
Okay, so see if I can remember. A typical day is about, I can't remember what time counts are, but they do count like early in the morning. About, let's say, 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe 7, because I think work call was at 8. And work call is when, once count clears at 7, at work call at 8, you go to work or you go to school. Mm-hmm. Or you have an assignment in the dorm. Whatever it is, you're doing something. It's supposed to be. And then you go to school or work until 12-ish, mm-hmm. and you go back to your dorm. Everybody has to go back to their dorm unless you work at a designated area. But if there's another count, so you have to be accounted for. Then they go to lunch, and then after lunch, you go back to work call again. Okay. So once that is done, around 4 o'clock, I guess. Guesstimating, because I can't really remember details like that, but around 4 o'clock they do another count and they go to dinner. Mm-hmm. So after dinner, when there is daylight savings time, is when it's more day longer, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so right, because during daylight savings, it's very important in prison. That is very important because you get an extra yard, so you get to go back out. If it's the longer one, the light one, daylight savings time. So if it's not, then you have to, then that's it. You don't go back out.
Okay.
Yeah. And so like I said, from about 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock till the next morning, you're locked in your dormitory. And unless you have a night job, but a lot of people don't have a night job. So it's very easy to hang out with the same person all the time, mm-hmm. because you might not vibe with all of these people. That even though you're forced into this box, you might not vibe with all these people, but there's this one person that you kick it with and you chill with, and eventually y'all y'all so familiar, mm-hmm. and you might have a moment, if you're not gay, mm-hmm. if you don't come there in that mind frame, but that person is, then you might have a moment of weakness. Mm-hmm. And that moment of weakness becomes something,
a full out relationship, situationship,
yeah. And the Bae ships are so intense there, like I said, because you're together all the time, even if you don't live in the same dormitory. When the yard opens, you head straight to Bae. You gotta see Bae first. Oh, Bae gonna come walk me to work. Bae gonna come walk me to school. We gonna try to eat lunch together if we're not in the same dormitory. Like, that's the worst. That is the worst. Like, if you're not in the same dorm with the person that you're with, that's the worst, because you have
a long distance relationship.
It's a long distance. You have to break. Sometimes you have to break rules and violate just to see them or just to spend time with them, because maybe the yard might not open tonight, or you never know. Mm-hmm. So relationships are everything.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah.
In that case. So, what are some things that can go wrong with these Prison Bae relationships?
Okay. So, like I said, they're very intense, and women are very emotional, and a lot of women in prison already have, I'm not going to say mental issues, but they already have things that they're dealing with. Prison is not easy. So, it's just, depending on the person, if you're insecure, and you're with another woman, there's jealousy, there's certain rules, like, okay, there's girls, which are femmes, and then there's what they call studs or boys. Okay. And if you're a girl dating a girl, it might not be so bad. But if you're a girl if you're a femme dating a stud, then there are these rules like, okay, I don't want you to know the stud face, you know.
Okay.
Like the man and the woman, you know.
Okay.
I don't want you in another dude face, you know?
Right.
So, like that's one big thing. Another thing is women are very jealous. I'm gonna talk about a personal experience, like with someone that I was involved with. You have bunkies in prison, right? And there was one time where one of the girls that I was involved with, she was very jealous. She was very insecure. And my bunkie was talking to a stud. The stud was standing at the door. And like from where my room was positioned, you could see in the hallway. So my girlfriend, she came and she saw the girl standing at my room door. I was in the room.
Right.
I was engaged in a conversation, but the girl didn't come to see me. She came to see my bunkie.
Right.
And that was such a big problem. Like it created, like we fought for like 2 days. That's another thing. Like fights.
Fought like physically?
Not physically.
Okay.
There are a lot of fights between girlfriends because of stuff like that. It's control. It's like, you know, I'm the man, respect me. Like kind of like in relationships just out here.
Real world.
Right. But it's just more intense because you have no distractions, you know, unless you're really, really focused on school or, you know, I mean, I can't, like, there's really no distractions in prison. So the person that you're involved with is your everything. That's the person that you get up to see, or you get up and you look forward to seeing, because that's what's going to take you away from the fact that I'm in prison, you know. So it's just, you know, some women are just like so, they get really caught up in that. They really get like, they sold them a story. You know?
So what happens when you're in a relationship in prison and then you leave and you left the person that you're in a relationship with? Like, has that, anybody, you know, do you know like that has happened to me?
It happens all the time. Either you are nobody is gonna date somebody that you both go home on the same day, right? It's almost impossible. And a lot of times, short timers, which are people that have, you know, less than 5 years or 6 years or something like that, versus long timers who are people who have over 10, you know, they, you know, like, yeah, 10 or over, like they've been there. A lot of times a short timer will date a long timer, you know. And not only just going home, people get shipped, like cargo, you know. One night you're in bed and they tell you, hey, they tap your bunk, pack up your stuff, you're getting shipped.
And you don't know why.
You don't know why. You don't know where. Well, inmates are very observative. So on certain nights, you know, if your bed gets tapped on a Tuesday, you might end up at, you know, a prison, this one specific prison. You know, so like every night it's a prison run for this specific prison. Right. You know. So if you get tapped on, if your bed gets tapped on, you know, you gotta go. You gotta go. There's nothing that you can do. I mean, you can try to go to TCU or Psych Out, which are, you understand, like those.
To say like,
yeah,
you're crazy, or
yeah, like I might harm myself or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what Psych Out is. Psych Out is like, you know what, I'm having an episode right now and I really need to be confined for everyone's safety. That's basically what it's saying. Okay. And TCU is well, it was a facility at one of the institutions that I was at. I don't know if it's like everywhere. Probably, I don't know. But it was an institution that, I mean, it's a facility at one of the institutions that I was at that houses the people that cannot cope. They need help. They need to be monitored. Though that's what TCU is. But those are the only ways to get out of being shook. Okay. And it's not really an ideal situation, because if you go Psych Out or if you go to TCU or whatever and you say that you're going to harm yourself, you're in a room like a small room. You're naked.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Like basically when they're gonna give you this it's kind of like a straight jacket, but it's not, they're not tying you in. I don't really know how to explain it. It's kind of like a trench coat. It's your trench coat that's padded.
Okay.
Okay, and that's all you have on. And if there's a mat on the floor, because they don't trust you to be with even a bunk, like you're harm to yourself.
Okay.
So they lock you in this room. Who wants to do that? Just shoot me. Just shoot me. And then they'll be like, okay, you know what? Like the girlfriends that are being left behind will be like, I'm following you. I'm coming. You know. But that's a process. It takes a long time. By the time you get there, she has another girlfriend. Trust that. So you're just better off letting that relationship go. Or I mean, there are some relationships I've seen that they come out on this side and they are still together. You know, they're married, they're whatever. You know, it happens, but it happens rarely.
Yeah.
You know, but. It's a vacation.
Well, that was great. Very interesting. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up.
Okay.
So before we go, let me just ask you, what does "Don't Drop the Soap" mean to you?
Don't drop the soap to me means don't give up. You know, we find ourselves in situations all the time, but don't drop the soap. Don't let life become. You know, don't let life overtake you. You know, just be strong. You can make it through. Don't drop the soap. If you like our video, like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you have any questions about prison life or anything pertaining to prison, drop them in the comments below, and we'll be sure to get to them.